Today we're sending every single 5-star hero in Idle Heroes against each other. This is the Idle Heroes Grand Tournament. Chat will vote on their favorite 5-star, and the winner will take all. Let's go. Right, enough of that. So, the first tournament bracket is going to be Seer versus Corpse Demon. So, chat, put your votes in. Vote number 1 for Seer, number 2 for Corpse Demon. Who is the better 5-star hero? Seer takes the crown. Spot 1, well done. It goes to Seer. Flamestrike versus Kameth, guys. Oh. Chat is leaning towards Kameth. Yeah. Shadow Heroes for the win, guys. That's a win for Kameth. Next up, we have Karim versus Ithaquah. I don't even think we need to run this for 30 seconds. I'm pretty confident that that's a win for Ithaquah. This is an easy win for Tix, which means Queen is out and Tix is in. Next, we have the hottest battle in round 1. It is Rogan versus Penny. This is a fight that I think is going to be very, very close. As you can see, it's gone in Penny's favor, then back to Rogan's. Exactly after 30 seconds, I'm going to have to finish the poll, because I know this is going to be a tough one. Currently, Rogan is just ahead. It's looking like it could be Rogan's win. It's swinging back in Penny's direction, with only a few seconds left. That's it. With 28 votes to 24, Rogan knocks Penny out of the tournament. I did not expect Penny to be knocked out so soon, but with a fierce competitor like Rogan, I'm not surprised. Easy win for Dominator. With 27 votes to 26, Bade takes it. 1 vote difference. Oh my goodness. Cthugha is out and Bade stays into round 2. Easy, clear victory, 80% to 20%. Well played, Delacium. Is Rosa the better hero? Probably not. But it looks like Valkyrie, being a dominant force 2 years ago, still has her fans. And with that, she's going to knock Rosa out of the tournament fairly easily. Chat has decided, and Heartwatcher makes it through. Everyone's favorite tree stump makes it through to round 2. Next, we have 2 early game favorites. Walter, with his reliable stun, and Vesa, the queen of early game. Who are you going to choose? Vesa, one of the better 10 stars to make early on and then use as food, or Walter, a reliable 9-star who can stun and then be used as food himself? Both are ultimately fodder, both serve a purpose early game, but it seems that Vesa definitely has a lot more fans than Walter. So we're going to see a round 1 elimination for Walter as Vesa makes it through to the next round. Our next fight is between Honor Guard and Unimax 3000. Next, we have a women's bracket here. Ignis versus Jara. 2 of them, both very popular heroes. I think this might be quite tight. Jara has her fans. Ignis has her fans. It's looking fairly close. This is sticking somewhere between the 50s and the 40s. It's a perfect 50-50. We're gonna have to go to a second vote. Vote carefully, guys. Who are you going for? Jara or Ignis? 24 votes for Ignis, 27 for Jara, which puts Jara ahead, eliminating Ignis, a popular hero, to make it through to the semi-finals. But no, Jara knocks her off in the first fight. Another fight that could go either way is Valentino versus Flora. 27 votes for Valentino, 28 for Flora. That was a tough one, but Flora pushes ahead, which means we now have Starlight versus Ormus. All the Ormus fans in chat, I'm sorry, but Starlight wins. Next, we have 2 heroes from the Fortress faction, Emily and Mirage. It looks like a decisive win for Emily. The next fight is again between 2 heroes from the same faction. It's Dantalion and Berir, both warriors, both exceptionally popular. Mongo would want you to vote Berir, and it seems the chat is going with Mongo on this one. With only a second remaining, it's a decisive win for Berir. 28 votes to 21. It seems there's no love for the robot. Just a flood of ones easily clearing through to round 2 is scary, which means we now have a few meme battles ahead. Melassa versus Edgar. Edgar's gonna take the win on this one. Horrors takes the win. And it seems that's an easy win now for Sigmund against Bleeker. With a very tight 60-40 split, that's a win for Inosuke. Now, we've seen tight matchups between heroes, but none will come as tight as this one. Sherlock versus Iceblink. Iceblink winning early, Sherlock taking the overtake, back in favor for Iceblink. Oh my word. We're going to have to cut this one tight. Iceblink is a fan favorite because he's pretty cool, if you pardon the pun, but Sherlock is definitely the stronger hero. And with 31 votes for Sherlock, 24 for Iceblink, I'm sorry guys, all the Iceblink fans in chat, you're going to have to hang your heads in shame because Sherlock takes the win. Dragon Slayer versus Nakia now. I thought this would be an easy win for Nakia. But okay, yeah, now it is. Now the votes are coming through. Nakia's definitely getting a lot more ground. But Dragon Slayer has its lovers, it seems. Who knew Dragon Slayer was such a Chad? Good for him. 5 more matchups remain for round 1. Next up, 2 heroes from the Shadow faction. Bloodblade and Gustin. Oh my word, an early lead for Bloodblade. Winning the Rule of Cool, which takes my surprise because I think Gustin's the cooler looking hero. This is close. I'm going to have to cut this exactly on 30 seconds, guys. Democracy will stand supreme. Bloodblade knocks Gustin out of round 1. Oberon versus Garuda. Garuda definitely taking this one easily. Next, we have the Poster Boy Lutz and the Cheese Lord Aiden. It's Lutz taking the win on this one, guys. We're approaching the end now with only 2 more fights left in round 1. Demon Hunter versus Morax. With 23 votes to 25, Morax takes the win. Olivia or Karma? Olivia seems like she's going to take the crown on this one, leaving Karma nowhere to be seen. And that means we have our standing for the top 32. With round 1 over, we have 32 competitors remaining. The first fight is about to begin, chat. Get your 1s and 2s ready, because we're about to see Sia versus Kamath. And it looks like this one goes to Sia. Easy win. Next, we have 2 great heroes from the Shadow faction, Ithaca and Tix. Cast your votes. I think this is going to be a tight one. Each has their use, but it seems the fans have come out for Tix today, which means an easy clap for Tix. It's Rogan versus Dominator. There's a few votes coming in for Dominator. Oh my word. The trolls and memers are in today. But it seems the trolls are no match for logic and reason. And therefore Rogan takes the win today. Next we have Bade versus Delacium. Bade pushes ahead, which means this could be Bade's win. Oh, it's close though. This is so tight. Oh my word. Are we about to see Bade or Delacium get eliminated? Oh, Lord Bade hath fallen! Which means Delacium wins with 27 votes to 24. Bade is down. People did not expect that to happen so soon. But that takes us to the next fight. Valkyrie versus Heartwatcher. It seems that of the heroes that came out in 2018 for the Forest faction, Heartwatcher has stood the test of time, and Valkyrie has fallen. Back to the Forest faction now. It is our tightest fight of round 2. Gru versus Vesa. I really do think Vesa might win this one. Although we've seen surprises happen. Lord Bade pushed ahead, but Delacium still managed to win it. Can the same thing happen here? Nope. Vesa takes the crown. Gru is gone. With a bye round 1. Fat Moo has made it to his first competitor, Cruz. And I'm pretty sure this is going to be an early elimination for Fat Moo. There it is. A solid victory, 31 points to 14 for our boy Cruz. With a surprise win against Ignis round 1, Jara has made it to face Unimax 3000. It seems Ignis did fall in vain, and Unimax is going to take the win. Two interesting heroes from the Forest faction. Who gets the spot? Your choice, Flora or Starlight. With a very close 28 points to 23, Flora is out of the competition, and Starlight is through to round 3. Bereer versus Emily. Mongo fans, get in here. Bereer needs your support. Can he take down Emily? I don't think so. This is probably our tightest match of round 2. This could go either way. It's currently 50-50. Oh my word. Emily pushing ahead there ever so slightly, guys. We're approaching the final few seconds. And with 26 votes to 23, Emily has knocked Bereer out the competition. Mongo goes home in tears, and Emily makes it through to round 3. Can we get some scary fans in chat? Or is Wrath of God's old buddy Edgar gonna take the crown on this one? It seems the support has come out for the scary army today, and they make it easily through to round 3. Two popular warriors go head to head now. It's Horus and Sigmund. Most people have their money on Horus winning this one, him being probably one of the most popular heroes in the game. But Sigmund has his fans. There are those in chat that are gonna rep our boy Sig. But I don't think their numbers are going to be enough to take down the Horus lovers. Horus is a favourite to win this entire competition, and you can see why. Sigmund does not stand a chance, and Horus takes the win. Two heroes favoured to make it through to the semi-finals is Inosuke and Sherlock, but sadly the way the seeding has gone, they have to throw down in round 2. People have no idea which way this one's going to go. These are both champions of the Fortress faction. It seems votes are favouring Sherlock right now, and Inosuke is about to fall to everyone's favourite top hat wearing mage. Sherlock takes the win. So now we approach near the end, guys. 3 fights remain. This is between 2 assassins, Nakia and Bloodblade. Bloodblade falls, and Nakia makes it through to round 3. Who takes the crown here, guys? The poster boy Lutz or Garuda? One of the more favoured heroes to win this fight. Garuda easily taking the win on this one, which means Lutz is out of here and Garuda's made it through. Which means we are now in the final fight of the top 32. 2 heroes that came out in 2020. One considerably more popular than the other. It's Olivia versus Morax. Can the uniqueness and earliness of Morax take the crown from Olivia? Olivia has had more time to define herself in the meta. Morax is young, inexperienced, and it seems chat are using that inexperience against him and giving Olivia the win. With the top 32 over, we say goodbye to Kamath, Ithaca, Dominator, Bade, Valkyrie, Gru, Fatmu, Jara, Flora, Bereer, Edgar, Sigmund, Inosuke, Bloodblade, Lutz, and Morax. The Shadow faction losing a lot of heroes in this one, and it seems their only boy remaining, I think, is Tix. Well, let's go into the top 16 now, and push through to see who makes it through to the Idle Heroes Grand Tournament quarterfinals. We commence the top 16 with Seer versus Tix. Who will win this one? This is going to be close. Both have won their fights fairly decisively. Things swinging in Seer's favour early, but I think Tix is going to take the crown on this one. Tix takes the win, knocking Seer out of the tournament, and that makes Tix a contender for the quarterfinals. Rogan versus Delacium. Another fight for the top 16. Both will battle it out for a place in the quarterfinal. It seems Rogan has gained early favour and Delacium cannot catch up. And with that, Rogan takes the win. Our next fight is between 2 Forest champions who have crushed their way through to the top 16. It's Heartwatcher versus Vesa. Chat will be divided on this one, it seems. But no, Heartwatcher pushes ahead, having much more use later on in the game. The Queen of PvE, people have been calling her. That means with a swift defeat, Vesa is out of the tournament, and Heartwatcher makes it through to the quarterfinals. Next, we have two heroes. One who has stood the test of time, having been in the game since 2017 and been a fan favorite for a while. Another, a robot who has terrorized the meta for a brief period and then getting himself surprisingly in the pool of heroes for Void Imprints. Who will win, Cruz or Unimax? It seems this is our closest fight yet. And it seems chat has decided Cruz takes the win and gets a place in the quarterfinals. Next up is two popular female heroes, Starlight and Emily. This one's going to be very tightly contested, it seems. Although she tried to claw it back at the end, Emily is out of the tournament, giving Starlight a place in the top 8. Next up, we have two heroes who have crushed every fight they've been in, dominating their battles. So this looks like it's going to be a tough one. Do we have Scary, the king of PvE from back in the day, or Horus, one of the most popular heroes in the game? It seems the fan favorite Horus has pushed ahead, leaving Scary in the dust. Scary defeated OD, he destroyed Edgar, but now Scary has faced a true rival, Horus, and not managed to beat him. Scary is out, and Horus gets in to the quarterfinals. Next, a fight that people were not expecting to see. Nakia in the top 16. Well, does Nakia have what it takes to remove Sherlock from a place in the quarterfinals? It seems chat are very certain Sherlock's got the win on this one. And Nakia, despite her best efforts, looks like she's going home with nothing. Bye-bye, Nakia. Let's welcome Sherlock to the quarterfinals. And finishing things off in the top 16, it is Garuda versus Olivia. A fight that I'm pretty sure is gonna be a tough one. People in chat asking, where is Penny? Well, Penny got knocked out early. She lost her fight to Rogan in round 1, meaning she didn't even get a look in the top 32. And it seems Garuda is destroying Olivia in this fight, meaning Garuda gets a place in the quarterfinals and Olivia goes home. Making it through to the top 8, the quarterfinals of the Idle Heroes Grand Tournament, we have in Fight 1, Tix versus Rogan. Fight 2, Heartwatcher versus Cruz. Fight 3 is Starlight versus Horus. And Fight 4, Sherlock versus Garuda. So, who will make it through to the semi-finals? Let's find out. Starting things off with the quarterfinals, we have Tix versus Rogan. Who will take a spot in the semi-finals? Tix or Rogan? This is looking fairly close, but it seems the Tix fans have come out in their plenty, which means it looks like Rogan is going to get a spot in the top 8, but not a spot in the top 4. Next up is Heartwatcher versus Cruz, two support heroes. Who is your favorite? Let's see. Pushing ahead for a place in the semi-finals is Heartwatcher, ladies and gentlemen, which means we now have Starlight versus Horus. Most people have their money on Horus for this one. Horus has crushed every single battle he's been in, and it seems that Starlight has finally met her match and is going home without a spot in the quarterfinals. And finally, the most anticipated fight of the quarterfinals. We have Sherlock versus Garuda. Put your votes in, guys. Who is the strongest? Who is the best? Who is the coolest? Whatever way you want to swing it, let's see. This is gonna be so close. With 40 votes for Garuda, 28 for Sherlock, Garuda takes the win, knocking Sherlock out of the tournament. And we now enter the semi-finals. Only 4 heroes remain. Tix, Heartwatcher, Horus, and Garuda. There are no Abyss heroes left in the tournament. Tix and Horus standing strong for the Shadow faction. Fortress is nowhere to be seen, and it's Heartwatcher and Garuda representing the Forest faction. So we have right now Forest versus Shadow in both fights. Tix versus Heartwatcher. Horus versus Garuda. Who is gonna take the win? The Shadow faction or the Forest faction? Tix, Horus, Heartwatcher, or Garuda? Let's find out. Our first battle is Tix versus Heartwatcher. Let's see who takes the win. This is gonna be tight. Heartwatcher is a hero everybody needs in PvE, but Tix is a dominating force in Tower of Oblivion, the Void, and Aspen Dungeon. Will those accolades push Tix ahead? It seems chat has put in their votes. It seems that Tix is gonna get a place in the Grand Finals. Our second and final fight of the semi-finals is with two legends, Horus and Garuda. People have shown appreciation for both, and this is definitely the tightest fight of the semis. Who will push ahead, Horus or Garuda? With 39 votes to 30, Garuda takes the win, which means we still have a split between the Shadow and Forest factions. Before we get into the finals, guys, we need to see who gets third place. Horus or Heartwatcher? It seems the Horus fans are here in their plenty, which means Heartwatcher is being pushed into fourth place. Third place goes to Horus, which means we now have the grand final. Tix versus Garuda. This is gonna be the tightest fought battle of the entire tournament. It's looking like it's in Tix's favor right now, but Garuda could easily swing in from behind. There are 5 seconds remaining. Who will get the crown? It seems with 43 votes to 32, Tix becomes the grand champion of the entire tournament series. That's right, guys. In first place is Tix, second is Garuda, and third place is Horus. Thank you for taking part in the Idle Heroes tournament series, guys. I will see you next year. I've been your host, MKxJUMP. It's been an absolute pleasure, and thank you for taking part. If you want to take part in this kind of thing live, join us at twitch.tv/MKxJUMP. As well, guys, why don't you hit that subscribe button to catch more content like this in the future? And as well, let me know what you think in the comments section down below and whether you agree with the decisions made throughout this video. Hit that like button if you enjoyed it, guys, and thank you so much for tuning in. I wish you all the best. Have a great week, and happy idling.